incredible book.
But look on the bright side. It'll be out of this uncomfortable book and into a dragon with the voice of Winston Price.
Indeed. And with that, hello, citizens of the internet.
Hello, netizens. It is us, being Danny Mandela and Raptor Wix. We're gonna be reading the story as we always do on this channel. And once again, we beg you for help. Help from our own machinations and horror.
Alright, get the link out to people here. Post. Remember to put it in Cortex Club this time. Post. Hello, Cam. New phone,
Hey, Cam.
New phone, why are you doing this? I like to say that we're resilient, we're persistent. Hello, Mike. Welcome back to China. Ain't invented shit. Oh, jeez. I swear, if we get another, entire chapter that sounds like them jerking off like a freaking metal steak, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I honestly, all I can say right now is what I put in the description of the video. Where are the dinosaurs at?
Where are the dinosaurs, indeed?
The actual dinosaurs, not ones that he has like a fever dream about, like pissing in public.
Said to be based on an actual event by Von Kramer peeing in public, not really, but it's just a joke.
No, he got really drunk one time with all of his friends and just like started pissing in public. But just to further mess with him, they said it was one of his friends who did that. So he's like, oh yeah, see, I'm telling this funny story about my buddy. It's like, no. They're all laughing like, oh, he's actually telling us a really humiliating story about himself. Watch your review on Halloween Kills sounded like a shit show. Sorry, couldn't watch live. Oh, that's alright, man. Like I said, I do, since it was later in the evening, especially for the UK, that meant not as many people would be able to tune in, but I'm glad you watched it. It was a shit show, honestly. I gotta say, though, I got another person on Facebook saying, like, oh yeah, I heard it was really a huge disappointment. I was like, what exactly didn't you like about it? I was like, do you guys realize that big picture there with the words at the bottom of it, that's a link to a video explaining what I didn't like about it? It's like, oh no, just repeat it all right here for us. Dinosaurs weren't contractually obligated to appear in the dinosaur book. So they don't watch the movie, but you've only seen like 3 movies, so I'm not too worried. Hello, apostrophe music. By saying ripped to Juice World. For legal reasons, my views do not represent those of the Mandela channel, but don't pay to see this yar har if you have to. Yeah, no, I have to agree with that. The only reason I would see the final one is just to see how it ends, and I probably will not pay to see it. Alright, so, while we're waiting for a couple more minutes, see if anyone else rolls on in, I want to go on a little rant that I said to Raptor before we started. This is Section 8, Webs of Weaving. And I had to point out to Raptor it wasn't Webs of Weaving. It's like the freaking 12 Days of Christmas, like 8 maids a milking, Webs a Weaving.
Dinosaur peeing on the side of the road.
8 webs a weaving. 7 dinosaurs peeing. 1 neo-Nazi.
And boobs.
No, I don't know. I mean, I like orange juice. Is that what you're talking about, apostrophe? I would like to pay for some zesty popcorn. Oh yeah. See, I want to know what's so special about that popcorn. What makes it so zesty?
I got to give you some context that Juice WRLD was a rapper, and he died like 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Tiny little detail I liked from Halloween Kills. The bar named Mix had a sign for, oh yeah, Open Mick Night and stuff. Yeah, that was pretty good. Honestly, I thought I said that Karen was the only good character, and that I liked Mick. He was fun. The problem is though, he didn't really serve a purpose after the first 20 minutes. And another thing I wanted to talk about was I watched the Half in the Bag of that. God, I guess I was just like channeling Mike and Jay the whole time I was ranting last night. But at one point, the news puts on a thing about the murders from 40 years earlier, and they show childhood pictures of each of the characters that were killed. But I guess they couldn't find a childhood picture for the character Bob. So instead of using one for him, they used a childhood picture of Bob Odenkirk, and that is why he is listed in the credits of the movie. And
why use Bob the Builder?
I don't know. But for anyone who is unfamiliar, Bob Odenkirk is the lawyer Saul Goodman in Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. Start most streams by saying "rip to a dead rapper." It's just something I do. Oh, that's cool. My grandparents are currently unable to watch TV until they enter a code onto the BBC's website to prove they paid for the TV license. I always forget that you guys have, freaking TV licenses. That is so weird. Something they would be unable to do if we didn't.
Not for the cable. Why pay for the fucking channel, BBC?
Yeah.
Fuck the BBC.
Yeah,
I'm popping television in my ass.
I'm not saying burn down the BBC, but that's exactly what I'm saying, yeah.
Fucking non-profit. Fucking assholes who make Doctor Who. And do a lot of other stuff that will get us to not monetize, but just know that BBC sucks.
Yes. Mike says, "Oi mate, you got a license for that telly?" Alright, so shall we get started?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we shouldn't for our mental health reasons, but for the sake of the stream. Alright, so this is Section 8, Webs of Weaving, the same decryption crap. This is Cataclysm Event 7, August 10th, 2036. Alright, after Scotty stopped Flip, because Flip is spelled with 2 P's, then apostrophe En, Flip N out.
I was sure that freaking Von Kramer was not like a Klingon who came with and became a neo-Nazi. Like, the content of apostrophes are kind of sus, not gonna lie.
it's a test by the Federation to see if we'll reject like all of this racism and be accepted in. I got called a transphobe today because I didn't call someone by the right pronouns even though I didn't know what their pronouns were. Well, I'm sorry, that apostrophe, that's a bunch of bullshit. Try not to worry about it. Because it's not your fault, you did nothing wrong. Alright, after Scotty stopped flipping out, we hopped back into trusty Land Rover number 7 and returned to base camp. As I guided the 4x4 over the wasteland, I could not help but analyze the gob of Scotty's dried spit. The thick phlegm, he misspells phlegm again, bonded atop the hood's reflective silver paint. Oh my god, this is disgusting. I feel like it's one of those moments like, yeah, that's what that is. Spit. His final opinion, now a dusty stain on the hood, and a sticky glob inside my mind. Freezing. For Scotty's spit was still sticky enough to pick up the Gobi's yellow tan dust, so there existed a yellowish tan, strangely circular shape, which stood out on the hood like a planet on a silver background, and for whatever reasons of fate, the off-center blob looked remarkable like the massive supercontinent called Pangea. I'm amazed that he spelled Pangea correctly. Hello, Kay. Glad you could join us. Dried spit. Ew, ew, ew. Hello, Michael. Ew, ew, ew. The continent that had once existed 300 million years ago and started breaking up about 175 million years ago. Okay.
Science lesson.
He's trying to sound impressive about Pangea. I learned about that in the 6th grade. Hello, lovely cricket. Glad you could join us.
I learned that in like 1st grade. Maybe 2nd, if I'm being generous. Like everyone knows about Pangea.
Yep.
But no one knows about Gondwana. Or Eurasia.
Nope.
Bring back Gondwana land. It was epic.
When the dinosaurs were the upcoming masters of the planet. Before
like with He-Man? E-Dinos?
I have the power. Oh shit. My T-Rex arms can't reach the sword of power.
Skeletorsaurus will do something evil to ya, he Rex.
See, in this like short 20 seconds of talking, we've come up with a better story than this.
He pterosaur. Oh no, he Rex, fuck.
He Rex.
He Rex. Master of Pangea, even though Pangea didn't exist in the Cretaceous era.
Alright, before the continents had drifted across the Earth into their current positions, but I suppose my mind was wandering. Sapiens. If they ever existed, supposed Sapiens were long gone, like 65 billion years or more long gone. Extinction why? Sudden death how? Species termination when? What? Why?
Like nitpicking right now, but wouldn't the name of the Saur Sapiens be like Sapienosaurus? Because it means like wise lizard in Latin.
I don't know. But why is he talking like a computer or a speak and spell?
Maybe he is one. Like it says just like one of those self-speaking spell like toys. Or the ones that have like the wheel, and every time you spin it, it goes like, the cow says extinction.
Alright. And end by what species termination process? Plague, pestilence, fire?
A meteor?
Alright, Raptor, you read some now. I already have a headache.
Okay. I I wish we had more time to explore the inestimable inestimable put predilect predilect what the
Predilections.
okay, thank you. Predilections, possibly in our planet's past. The
Wait,
heat
wait,
had
wait, 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 wait. Oh, never. I'm sorry to interrupt. I thought Kay was saying, "How is this a good book?" We never said it was, but no, she's mocking Von Kramer. This book is good. How? This book exists. Why? It's getting banned. When? I was about to say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Who said this was a good book?
okay. The heat had gotten to me again. I was peeblific. Peeblific. What is that word?
I'm actually looking that up right now. Remember, it's always a very real possibility that it's not a word. Okay, wait. Producing or marked by fever. Febrific.
More proof that Von Kramer used a source when writing this book.
Oh, yeah. Here, there's someone gone like word of the day toilet paper.
Look at these. Look at these words. These words these humans give to me. Terrific. It is perfect for my book about the human continent, China, and the Earth creatures, dinosaurs. I will make enough money to take myself back to planet Klingon or whatever the planet's called in the Star Trek universe.
For the Klingons? Oh shit. I'm turning in my Trekkie card now. Fuck. Oh, Kronos.
Will make money to get back to the planet Kronos, which I was banned from because I was incompetent even by Klingon standards. Anyway, my system overloaded. I was not on top of my mental game. I wondered how the others felt, what was on their minds. Nobody was talking. Happy's forehead melted. She died. The colorful tie-dye wrap, sweat-soaked and dripping. In the back seat, Scotty was out of it. He had been exposed to too much sunlight too long. The dumbass had sunstroke. His eyes were closed.
Well, yeah, because that's his fault, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like for all the things that this guy's been blaming the Chinese for, he doesn't blame them for for knocking out Scotty and leaving him out in the desert. No, that was clearly Scotty's own fault. The pig says oink, the duck says quack, the goat says hail Satan. Peterific halos. The source is a dinosaur. I read that once. The author probably. Alright. The only person composed was Yanner. Yeah, because you seem to have had the character lose all of his interest in hobby and now think that Yanner is the hottest thing there is. Who sat silent as usual. She never spoke much. It was too torrid to talk anyways. Breathing was uncomfortable through the mouth. It was a hot, dry air that assaulted the throat and lungs, drying out the vocal cords so that everyone sounded like Bryan Adams. What a weird thing to say. All voices unintentionally imitating the cigarette-rasping vocal style on his solo albums. I like Bryan's solo... Who the fuck cares? So, no, I'm moving on from this.
Humans like rock stars. I will use that as a simile in my book about the dinosaurs. Yes, I know the humans well. I have lived on their planet for 2 weeks. I am very knowledgeable in the subject of humans and what they like. For I am totally a human and not a Klingon.
Okay. He segues into talking about his favorite rock bands from the 70s and 80s, just so he could say, like, yep, I liked all kinds of rock, even Dino Rocks.
Funny. It's funny because Dino and Rock. Funny.
George getting upset. The day was starting to get to the hottest I had ever experienced. Well, I mean, yeah, you kept talking about Yetter's actions in getting you free from that imprisonment there.
Funny because boner.
Scotty bleeding and semi-conscious from getting a rifle butt to the mouth. Leadman. I like Bryan Adams, much like everyone else. Yeah. It appeared the creator...
Odd.
Creators capitalized... I guess he's talking about God, or... No, just watch. He believes in, like, some weird deity that he made up himself.
Zuzu, the large, godlike anteater with a head of a wolf, nose of a pig, wings, 3 of them, all the colors of precious metals, hands, 4 arms.
Wait, where does Anteater come in?
He has a long tongue and has the tail of an anteater.
Okay, please remember that and, like, write it down for me, because I need to draw that now.
Okay.
Oh, okay, here we go. I didn't read the rest of this line. It appeared the creator had lit the celestial barbecue. Okay. Set the flame on burnt to a crisp and closed the lid on our land coach. On our land coach. You mean your car? Our wheeled box. Yeah,
because this is the future.
Our wheeled box was sweltering. Just say car, you jackass! Even the rover's heavy-duty air conditioning was overwhelmed by the searing blaze that afternoon. That's not how that works. Tyler, the creator. He worships Mander Pig! Glown! Al Gore got to him.
He is Al Gore. Or as Al Gore, if he was a Klingon.
Al Gore, remember, was Man Bear Pig's, like, greatest enemy. He wanted to kill Man Bear Pig. So he's also Von Kramer's mortal enemy.
Al Gore versus Von Kramer. Who would win?
I never thought I'd want Al Gore to win something so badly. They were stuffed into a box full of wheels. Celestial barbecue. What is this, man? I'm not going to say it again because on the off chance that he actually finds these videos or anything, I don't want to be, like, sued for slander.
Seriously?
He's possibly a new age National Socialist worker. In 2010, we made fun of Al Gore about Man Bear Pig. In 2035, we found out the error of our ways. Despite how much I don't like Al Gore, I always gotta give him credit, though, for, like, his good-naturedness and going along with, like, the jokes about, his wife's hatred of Dungeons and Dragons in the one episode of Futurama.
One where he, like, went to space.
Yeah.
And had moon set fires.
Yes. I'm a 10th level vice president. Tell me all
Moon set fires. This could be useful for my non-Pacific evil plan.
Okay. Okay, you don't have to DM me saying that. I'll say that right out loud. That Von Kramer's a retard. Yes, he is. Uh, I had to turn it off and open the windows. The additional duty of the engine was proving too much. Just too dang hot out, which forced my decision. Hello, Iguana Boy. Any dinosaurs yet? Nope. Still no dinosaurs. Although, to be fair, we've been getting off track a lot. We barely read 4 pages. I wanted to turn around. Now that my curious nature had been revitalized, pardon me, but the conditions were just too shirt-soaking to continue our quest into the bizarre. The girls looked like they had entered a wet t-shirt contest.
Horny.
Lucky we were all familiar. We boys appeared like we'd done hit. We boy, I'm not changing anything about this line. We boys appeared like we'd done hit the local swimming. We'd done hit. Jesus Christ.
I'm horny on main.
Our clothes were pasted to our bodies, and we almost appeared naked, with a simple sheer of fabric covering our forms. The goby burned bright and iridescent during the season of fire. I was cooking like a pig on a brick oven spit. The heated conversation said, percolated our blood pressures. Okay, this has gotten to the point. It's both a thesaurus and word of the day toilet paper.
He's reading both?
Yep.
Well, on the toilet.
And he wondered why the word of the day toilet paper didn't last very long. Meanwhile, it's like the day before he was just sitting there just on the toilet, just like smacking the roll so more comes unrolled like Homer did. It's like, ooh, look at all these fun words. 4 pages in total. Yeah, we've gone on many tangents already. There was a public urination fever dream that had dinos. Yeah. Can Von Kramer, think about baseball for 5 seconds? Or Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold night? Of course they did.
Cringer. Am I right?
Yes. Of course they did. Of course they fucking did. Boobies, am I right? Boobies, guys, yeah.
Von Kramer horny on main.
Get the bat.
Bonk.
Alright. We needed a cool-off. The open water was never farther away. The Hihang River was 450 kilometers east, and that sporadic rivulet was a little more than a trickle this time of year. So, a cooling dunk in the river was not an option. I did not want to get stuck in the middle of nowhere on a day like today. Not that we did not have a radio, but in the deep desert you never knew what might happen. Hot days seemed to claim the lives of not only humans, but their vehicles, too. I didn't want to rely on a rescue party, and reconsidering our morning events, I didn't yearn for additional company. Alright, you take the next 3.
Okay. Yenna passed the water jug. Cool liquid passed down my parched throat. I handed it off to Happy on my left, the passenger seat. She poured a bit of cold fluid on a wag and wrapped the wag around her neck, a cooling trick. I imagined what a landscape that was here during the Jurassic. The rover was English built, and the steering was on the right. Those dang English people, so confusing, I must say. A good vehicle. The suspension was superior. The new Britmobile was
The new Britmobile.
Britmobile. The Britmobile was plagued with problems. The Ranger's rover was once a trusty. I'm confused. The Range Rover's once trusty vehicles had gone housewife.
Had gone housewife?
What?
No, we gotta keep going or we're never gonna get through this chapter.
Okay. Most were built for the market shoppers, and they commuters who went in to and from the store or to and from work, and perhaps took a quick jaunt up the mountain to a local vacation spot on maintained roads, and thereafter was parked there at planned campgrounds. Moms, kids, dad, the family dog. Our Rover was not the Range Rover of the past. The mechanical beast that had crossed Africa 80 years ago, the sturdy aluminum and steel that had barnstormed the roadless open savanna during the 20th century, where the rear winch was geared off to the main driver's shaft and used the powerful engine for pull if it got stuck.
This is just an endorsement for Range Rover.
Range Rover, I have no idea what that is.
It's like an off-road vehicle.
Okay. The plastic.
Hold on, Kay says I've never been more angry, and I say through the and I sat through the hellspawn Empress Teresa.
Plastic extruded, digital gauged, plush mobile. The plastic that extruded, digital gauged, plush mobile I drove was the bastard child of European luxury meets American SUV sugar mom. Needless to say, the motor was already running in the red. Oil temperature, water temperature. A bit of a raspy steam was already coming from under the hood. Not good. Not good at all. It was 30 kilometers per hour, all the back way. A military trick kept engines revved low as possible, but forward velocity fast, enough for air to flow through the radiator, thus gaining some cooling into the water circulation system. Thus getting some cooling. No, sorry, fuck, I read that. And increasing the probability one could at least make their destination before critical engine failure or having to stop. The engine would never cool back down a day like today. We would be stranded during the hottest day of the year. And we only had a limited water supply, which we were going through fast. If that breakdown occurred, we might have more time to talk things over, but it would be a roasting conversation awaiting the rescue ride. If they could make it to us, what remained to be said? A lot.
Alright, Iguana says, is it just me or are boring books even worse than boring movies? Yeah, Cricket took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, because with boring movies, at least you have something interesting, like potentially interesting to look at. With the book, it's just like, these words are just going to bore me further.
At least with Battlefield movie, we could see Uchiho be a bad villain, instead of just reading how he is a bad villain in a book, and then read about fucking loan sharks. As in literal loan sharks.
Jurassic Park was sponsored by Ford, Jurassic World was sponsored by Mercedes, this story is sponsored by Land Rover. Mike described a story, makes it far more interesting. What was it? Oh, Chapter 8, Boomer rants about dad rocking cars while fleeing communist China. That does make it sound a lot more interesting. Alright, the unspoken subject. What to do about the mysterious fissure cave in the gully. It's okay, Mike, it's all good, I initially contended we should consider talking to the entire expedition group. The short end of Scotty's argument was summed up in the statement, What they don't know can't hurt us. I was not sure what hurt Dreadlock Boy was talking about. Oh my god. But he was persistent in his insistence we shut our pie holes and keep the information to ourselves. Maybe he knew something I did not. I imagine he knows many things that you do not. His wild eyes said more than his vocalizations. God. Scotty also suggested that we take the long way home and come in from the south, disguising our point of origin, so as to best keep this hole in the ground to ourselves for the moment. Habby had nodded her head. Yes. Yeah, we know what nodding means, you jackass. Even Yanner agreed. Who was I to object, even if I was Leadman? I was outvoted 3-1. Fine. I was still Democratic. I doubt that. I could sit on the story for a while. The trip back was uniformly silent, strangely quiet. Burnt cortex. What are you talking about? I could sense that all the minds in our bouncing rover were spinning wildly, like our rover's tires over the broken sands, occasionally slipping before finding firm turf, all except Scotty, who was a waste case.
Before I knew it, the camp tent appeared on the horizon. It was Happy that eventually spoke up.
Was she the
Okay.
man voice?
Yeah.
And Mom's the wood, right?
We all nodded. Our silence acknowledged her intent. I suppose Happy had drawn to her own conclusions. We rolled up at the base camp about 3:30, and quietly went to our separate ways, promising to meet later in Harvey's tent. It appeared that most of the team were out of the dig sites, and for a simple skeleton crew remained in the camps, that is. Cook, Ma-Ling, Cook's assistant, and a few other Chinese laborers that no one cares about.
Wait. Wasn't there camp where the Chinese government came and interrogated them?
Maybe, but I forgot. I don't care. I was never so uncomfortable in my life and avoided every eye that came my way because I'm racist. I did not want to speak just yet. Overheated. Anything might exit my mouth. I was a terrible liar.
I had hoped to be passively nonchalant by avoiding contact with the folks present, but I suppose my overt weaving about the camp, bypassing the others, I inferred guilt, or trouble at best. Even the laborers eyed me strangely. Upon entering my quarters, I parked my butt on my unkempt cot and stared at the fluttering white walls, gawking at the white tent fabric like a cinematographer studying an unfinished storyboard cell, hoping the table blanc would depict what I should do next. The only image before my eyes was a turbulent canvas flickering sporadic hollow shadows, fleeting forms without meaning or depth. God, I hate this man. The wind was picking up, perhaps a change in the weather. This hot spell could not last forever, and if the Gobi was known primarily for its superheated air, it was also known for its raging winds and dusty gales. That's every desert, you jackass. Conditions that sucked away life force, as a tadpole stranded on a black rock, the poor amphibian separated from its life-giving pond. I'll let you take over and just whatever reason comes. I swear to God, if the dinosaurs are like humanoid dinosaurs, like that shitty scrap script for Jurassic World, I will wreak hell upon Von Kramer's very existence. Please do that, regardless, Iguana Boy. Considering this guy seems way too horny not to fuck dinosaurs, prepare for fury, Iguana. Isn't Scotty injured, so shouldn't his comments be something like, oh god, this is a lot of blood? Actually, he was, he was smacked right in the mouth with the butt of a rifle, so it should be like, oh god, my teeth, oh. That would be a realistic response. We don't need those here. Oh, we have that in common, author. I'm also extremely uncomfortable around things that come out of my mouth. Like, Toddler Blanc. Well, there's your issue, buddy. You got the French involved. Smoke is sucking away my life force.
I on the Discord and anyway, I had not made a public appearance all day. Strangely enough, no one bothered to look in on me. No one.
Because nobody cares.
Yes, no one cares about me. Sadly. I did not remember falling asleep. Strange dreams plagued the base of my consciousness. Pictures that were disturbing. But images I could not be fully recall. For the synaptic chiaroscuros?
Chiaroscuros.
Oh, chiaroscuros.
It's a form of shading when drawing. So
but I do not know that.
So this statement makes no sense.
Oh. For the synaptic skill. Oh fuck, I forgot again.
Chiaroscuro.
Chiaroscuros were twisted and unclear.
Damn it, I want a churro.
More potent than the dreams themselves were the twisted feelings that accompanied my dark visions. My feelings were the painful, prominent, tangled nightmares, feelings woven into the dream quickening mess. It was about 6 o'clock a.m. when I awoke from my daze at the crisp It was about 6 o'clock p.m. when I awoke from my daze at the crisp jingling at the dinner triangle. He told you it was a prospector. They always have those triangles at dinner time.
What is this? You good?
Yeah, I'm just replying to the father on Discord. Anyway, I had been slumbering in the sitting position for the last of the afternoon. My muscles had locked up. I was unusually sore. I slowly arise from my din, creaking and groaning like an octogenarian. I do not know what that is.
Octogenarian, oh, it means someone in their 80s.
Oh. Why not just say old man? Why make this more complicated on Kramer?
Kay says that she needs you to read all of her work-related emails and notices that it'll make them more enjoyable. I do enjoy, like, your very dramatic reading of this.
Thank you. I'm trying to really channel William Shatner as Captain Cook, because this guy probably thinks he's being a badass Captain Cook guy right now.
No doubt.
Have you heard that Captain Cook went to space? Well, not Cook, like Shatner himself.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool, crazy but cool. Anyway, when I stopped by the swinging little mirror above my bucket sink, giving myself the usual quick look over in the mirror, I observed not my own orbs, but the stolid replication of Scotty's forlorn spectacles. My little shaving glass reflected a pair of eyeballs that I had witnessed earlier that day. Placid, ocular formations which had starred, unfocused and unmoving, in that dry, druggish steam bed's empty wish. I had been wrong and right.
I'm sorry. Which had starred, unfocused, stared, Von Kramer, you mongoloid.
I had been wrong and right. My initial
Reticence.
reticence clear now. Scotty had been bitten by a deadly bug, the bed bite of angst. I had been bitten too. The poison had simply taken longer to circulate through my brain and ideum, and I was no longer sure of myself, what I had witnessed, and was no longer complicated by self-absorbed scientific logic. I was meandering into probability's realm and its barbed companion, future's responsibility. No, possibly fuck. Anyway, it don't matter. It probably don't matter, what, Manny?
It don't matter. None of this matters.
However, our immediate present moment was now the issue. The seedy movie detective in my head approached the typical blonde bombshell, harboring an intriguing problem and circumstance. Imagining quietly rasping against my neural grain, my mind beleaguered, fraught once again, miffed and bothered by the little things that just don't seem that right. The speckled lizard bobbed before me, a mental golem, an instigator. Why had I tossed those pebbles at that reptile? Scotty's predilections and prognostications. No prognostications rebounded inside my skull. I think that's Scotty.
That's the Stockman.
Our find was certainly whack, if not smack.
Okay, wait. You heard it, folks. Our find was certainly whack, if not smack.
Oh, I think it's a rapper right now.
How do you do, fellow kids?
How do you do, children of Earth? The reptilian clawed hand holding the second turd. Shit! Why would entities unknown, obviously a group, go through all this trouble to produce a bad taste hoax? Have you seen YouTube channels, Leadman? They're like freaking hoaxes everywhere. Like you know how many people claim that some whale carcass on the ocean is some sea monster? It's more common than you think.
You know how many people claim that Markiplier is good?
More common than you think. The world was a strange walk, and the scum that inhabited the surface acted without reason often. What was this joke's purpose? Why here? And why now? Who wanted us to find this tangled yarn of intrigue? Who was the hand behind the spool? The puppet master holding up the strings? Why me? The dinner triangle rang again, summoning all to the bench. I did not want to leave the security of my tent. As I plodded towards the commons, the turd and the four-fingered skeleton was all I could focus upon. What would I say? How should I act? What lies would tangle together as the day's events unfolded? How could... How could four people hold a secret when our pack was unsecured? We should have discussed our commitments inside the rover. but we all had been shocked to the extreme and flushed with heat stroke, conditions that make it hard to think. How could we have been so lax? Dinner was disturbing. The whole camp had returned from the daily Dino digs and watching Dino Dan only on Nick Jr.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like, it's been years since I played Crash Bandicoot, but for some reason it looked like it said the Daily Dingo Dials.
Dingo Dial. What a lad that guy is.
Yep.
Total lad. Good day, mate. Dingo Dial is the name. I'm gonna roast you. Anyway, I just started my book got flipped back in the wind and just I'm not prepared today, but here we are. No wait, not here we are. Patting off the dust of the day, and arming hungering hands with cutlery instead of walk hammers and paint brushes. The weather had changed, and most of the crew had tied the strings on their wide-brimmed hats around their chains to keep their hats from flying off their heads. Rough gusts wafted across the table. Cook and Mia Lang but busied.
Wait. It was Myling before. He spelled his own character's name wrong.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just check. Oh, what do you know? It is. Mia Ling busied themselves lowering the flaps on the east side of the main tent. A few of the youth tied off the tent lines to the massive steel stakes and had been sledged deep in the rocky strata. Controversial banter and chatter revolved around our table. Everyone seemed on edge. Some of the Chinese party was arguing, but the conversations were spit too fast to translate. I kept my mouth shut and simply attended the unvocative and uncontroversial meal. The expedition charter only allowed the Chinese National News Service to update worldly events. Westerners were essentially ordered to keep the West to themselves. We normally downloaded our own satellite newsfeed on our own devices like my iPhone. But that privilege had sadly been suspended. I'm doing this fucking text thing a lot. I don't know why.
That's okay.
Chinese World News downloaded that afternoon captivated the table. The world's outland horrors piled on top of the pressures I was feeling. The volatile world population was seasoned again. We had little news from the States. The downlinks were being jammed by the Chinese. However, we did learn that today, of all days, Muslim terrorists had launched a low-flying radio-controlled drone and had crashed the aerial bomb into the Israeli parliament, killing all... Hang on, let me just turn the page again. Attending members in a lethal chemical explosion. The initial reports intimated?
Yeah, intimated.
Is that like an actual word again?
Yeah.
I never seen that used once in my life.
It's not a common word.
I thought so because it sounds dumb. The initial report hypothesized, a much better word in my opinion, that sarin gas was the chemical agent used. Women and children had died as well. Most disturbing. despite terrorism during the past year, were at an all-time high. The promise of a secure world had flatlined. The future seemed bleak to many. Technology had not made the world a better place. The intermittent peace in the 21 teens and the 2120s had evaporated. Wait, 2120s? When did this book take place?
I thought it said 2036.
Yeah, shouldn't it be like that shouldn't be it be like the 20 teens and the 2020s?
Do you think he's meant to say 2136 this entire time?
I don't know how that's like a mistake he can make. Like, I'm pretty sure the one key and the zero key are on the opposite sides of the keyboard.
So he's just that dumb.
Yes, very dumb. That he meant this book to take place like in the 2120s, but that was too hard to believe. So just changed it halfway through to the 2030s.
Yeah. The scum that coated the Earth's surface, words of a guy who's definitely not a modern endorser of the National Society, the pt3. He spelled the name of his self-insert. No, not a self-insert, just one of his characters. Someone's siren bomb parlance in this dinosaur book. Yeah? Man's looking into the future from the future. Alright, the table's arguing controversy. The surviving Israeli government officials wanted to eliminate the Palestinian autonomous regions in the West Bank, where the drone had originated. The pugilistic call was to move the entire Palestinian population to Gaza. Just call Teresa, she'll move the entire population. She'll make Palestine Island. And wall them in with blimps that could launch air-to-air missiles or deport the entire populace into surrounding Muslim nations. Crazy reactions. A typical knee-jerk reaction one expected from the paranoids left running the show. Oh my god. Fuck, so it's time for Palestine Island, let's go. Fine, said the Chinese amongst us, who rarely took an interest in other Asian continental countries. What?
Chinese.
What was that?
Chinese.
I can't hear you.
Might be the Chinese.
Just don't do an accent or anything.
I'll plan to do like the British voice I did for like Shin in the last episode.
Yeah. Alright, not their problem.
Let the J-words bring the wrath of the world down upon themselves, yes.
I'm still listening, but I'm happy to report that my sewing machine is drowning out the sound of the tongue. That's good. Mando's pugilism is basically just bare-knuckle boxing, right? Yeah, I don't know what he meant by that. Other Asian continental countries, does Israel really count as Asian? I don't think so.
Israel's Middle Eastern.
Yeah. The Americans pointed out that most of the parts required to pull off the deadly attack were now made in China and exported worldwide without restriction. So whose fault was it ultimately? Oh my god.
Yes, Mr. Von Kramer.
Certainly not the Chinese manufacturers. Not manufacturers, the Chinese manufacturers argued half of our dinner party.
China needs to limit their exports stringently. Well said, Reginald.
Cited our side of the table. That's you.
Yeah, just rearranging something there. Blame the Russians.
Sneered the Chinese.
Hang on, that sound like more sneering. Blame the Russians. Russian cringe.
Sneered the Chinese.
They were the ones whose 20-year-long influence dumped all the munitions and technological innovations into the hands of the terrorists.
War was brewing again in the Mideast. That meant the U.S. had a role to play one way or another, and this time China was involved, whether they admitted culpability or not. For also in the dinner table news that day, more madness. The world at large was once again being blackmailed by nuclear terrorists. However, the bomb had not gone off yet. What is he talking about? This is the first we've heard about nuclear terrorists. Some group of thuggish fools had smuggled a plutonium device into Sulawesi Utara. I probably butchered that horribly. A tiny, seldom visited island province in Indonesia, south and east of the Philippines. The Philippines, not the Philippines. And south and east, just say southeast, god damn. The fanatics' ultimate scheme relied upon shipping the device to the U.S. From news uncovered, Long Beach Harbor in California. A group of unlucky tourists, now dead, had discovered the plane accidentally. As such, a Mexican standoff existed between the terrorists and the Indonesian army, whose troops refused to enter inside the atomic blast radius. The terrorists threatened to detonate the device if the Israeli government was not dissolved and the Palestinian government in place. It appeared the terrorist cells were linked to both events. What the fuck does this have to do with dinosaurs?
You've been asking all this time. Yay.
Hanley read us the blog in American. In English, you jackass. Having translated the story from Chinese. Chinese is not a language. We will never lay down our arms until we liberate the last centimeter of land belonging to the Palestinian people. The terrorists, quoting the official rhetoric sensationalized by the infamous dirty bomber Abdelaziz al-Rajshani, a man who had closed southern Haifa and adjoining lands until the radioactive fallout could be washed away. What? Hold on. Okay, we're gonna skip over some things here. This is something that seems actually relevant. Last year, the atomics everyone thought would never be launched had been launched, dropped, and detonated. Too many nukes. And everyone, like it or not, had ingested a lifetime supply of downwind, heavy atoms on every continent. Okay,
No.
I need to just point out, if many nukes had been dropped, there would be no sunlight, we'd be in nuclear winter.
Yes, but
Yeah, Von Kramer thinks he's writing a fucking John Clancy book, apparently. Yeah, no kidding. Man tells at race relations and geography, Pakistan.
John Clancy.
Yeah. So why is this happening in the dinosaur book? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Which kind of Chinese? Mandarin simplified, maybe Cantonese? Yeah, exactly, Cam. Yeah, did this man basically post a giant racist manifesto with a dinosaur on the cover? Yeah, it seems like it. Tell you he made that person up. Fucking what? Yeah. Yeah, he's just said that multiple nukes were dropped a year before.
It was John Clancy.
He did all the Rainbow Six stuff.
Tom Clancy?
What?
Tom Clancy.
Oh wait, yeah, who's John Clancy? I don't know. This guy's take on Fallout. So man has zero understanding of nuclearism, yeah. Should never have sold the Nipponese these old nuclear subs with working MIRVs. Nipponese. You mean
the... just because that's so fucking dumb.
Fucking weeb. Okay, so why is this happening in the Dinosaur book? That's why I... Hello, Mr. Shadier. Yeah, let me keep looking through here. Okay, yeah, let's just skip a couple of paragraphs. On Conversation's lighter side, camp topics consisted of new eggshells found at the Lakeshore dig site. Just completely... Oh wait, Mike's saying pretend that he wrote Tom Clancy. Alright, so we just did a complete 180 talking about terrorists and nuclear war to... So we found some dinosaur eggshells. And ribbing Cook and Mia Ling. It's Mia again instead of Mei Ling. On their sweet and sour macaroni salad experiment and our letters from home. What item of consequence was strangely absent at that evening's meal? 4 loud voices. Ours. Peanut Gallery better. I forgot they call themselves the Peanut Gallery. God, I hate that. Known camp-wide for our nutty, raucous laudations and spry baiting commentary. Yeah, it means everyone hates you. Scotty.
Let me tell you, if you call yourselves like witty and funny and nutty, you are not funny, you are not nutty, you are not witty, you are annoying, loud, and dumb.
Yeah, it's like the thing that they mentioned in the one back creepypasta. Like, these are the kind of people who, like, sign their own, like, tweets and stuff, hashtag absolute madman. Nobody likes you. Alright, Scotty, Habby, Yanner, and I were usually untalkative. Oh, we're unusually untalkative. Sorry, he just spells everything so retardedly. Leadman's commentary is on par with Doug Walker's. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Mike, that's being a bit mean to Doug Walker. So, he's got his problems, but I've never heard racist rhetoric like this from him.
I just did a loud gasp.
Something had to go wrong. It did. Who was Chan?
Me.
Okay.
So, how was your trip, Mr. Leadman?
It was Chan, smiling and gathering in my evening character. And gathering in my evening character? I loathed a friendly Chan. Friendship meant he wanted something. What did he want? What could he read off my expression? I'd paused too long.
So, how was your trip, Mr. Leadman?
Chan repeated a little louder. The peanut gallery looked over at me. And, okay, I love that he says, no one knows that they weren't talkative that night. No one knows that Scotty is, like, missing several teeth and has dried blood all over his mouth.
They just hate him. They just hate the peanut gallery that much.
I did not return their efforts. I was on the spot. A 3-1 democratically silenced partisan. Shut the fuck up! I felt a stuttering lump tickling inside my throat. A lie was working its way out of my mouth. I switched to neutral ground.
Hot. Really, hot.
Best cover up there. Wow. I replied. I wiped my brow in exaggeration, disingenuously deploying the little enthusiasm I could muster. Chan the man smiled. Crap! A weather report was not the answer Chan wanted. The party's leader studied the table. He set his sights on Habi next.
So tell me, Mrs. Happy Gentua, what did you find today?
Habi looked up briefly from her plate of macaroni and noodles, and without making eye contact muttered, well, Chan, I found this. She let loose a thunderous belch. Classy. Loud enough to set the whole table chuckling. Lots of hot air, Chan. Wiping her chin, she smiled at me. Oh yeah, so clever. She went back to stuffing her face. I couldn't help but grin because I was a dribbling mongoloid.
On.
Alright, while we're waiting for Raptor, how y'all doing? How you hanging in there? Because this is making me want to hurt myself. Macaroni and noodles, was that straight from the book? Yes, it was. I assume he means like macaroni as in elbow macaroni and noodles as in like straight noodles. I'm not saying Von Kramer has a belching fit. No! Welcome back. I guess. I don't know if it's like actually polite to welcome you back to this. So she's eating a bowl of plain macaroni and spaghetti noodles. I think he's implying they're like lo mein noodles or something. As he said, it was like their cultural mishmash experiment. Alright, Habi had broken the tension the whole table shared. Do I have to say that?
I can say it for you.
Okay, yeah, if you're willing to say it, you go ahead.
Okay. Brilliant. My spicy little piece of pie. I'm good saying that.
I'm not even the one who read it, and I still feel embarrassed. My spicy little pizza. God. Chan seemed satisfied and went back to cavorting with the little Asian student at his side. The little Asian? Oh my god! Alright, Scotty burst in unexpectedly. Hey, you know, sir, we didn't find anything, but it was way hot. But the strata were like the literal layers we're currently excavating. I'd like to spend a little more time looking about, if you don't mind. And yes,
Neanderthal? What was his foot was thinking?
Deliberately, because again, he had his teeth smashed in. And, his spicy little pizza, okay? And, yes, this guy did just call Scotty, the black man, a Neanderthal.
It was kind of sus to me, not gonna lie. Kind really sussy.
Raptor?
Jan, play. Yes.
How am I supposed to forgive you for saying that?
Or coin donkey.
Damn it. Okay.
Amply turned from the diminutive girl on his left arm and deliberately forwarded his full attention to my friend, eye to eye. Chan's smile went a mile wide. So, you think there's promise there, Mr. Combator? How positive. Maybe I should join you on your little quest. Oh, moron! Scotty! What the hell were you doing, man? Scotty was broadsided. He froze. The dumbass had maneuvered himself right into Chan's ploy. Chan.
I'm just picturing Wallace Shawn walking in. You fell for one of the classic blunders!
The dumbass had maneuvered himself right into. No, I thought that already. Chan once again presented his nicey face, responding to Scotty's obvious disdain regarding the notion that Chan joined our further explorations.
Our further exploitations. I mean, with how he treats Tabby, that's not very far off.
Chan looked me square in the face. We were now sunk. I did not dare object, as if Chan had supernatural perceptions. He sniggered, still grinning, and addressed me with the potent gleaming danger of a shadowed wineglass.
Whoa, what? What?
You don't object, Mr. Leadman? I'm sure. What could I say? No. Fine, Chan. Come along if you want. Of course. We could use some more experienced eyes, but I hardly think it's worth your time. There was so much to do here.
I'm sorry. I just looked at the chat. Mike explained the pizza reference to Cage. Says, Michael, I am begging you, as your girlfriend, if you ever call me something like that, I will disintegrate and haunt you forever. Oh, God. Alright. I'll say.
Interrupted Happy.
That flatland is a waste of our precious time. Sorry, Scotty. I'm not killing my career stumbling around under the blazing sun again. We have a full plate right here. Mark that plot maybe for next year. We already have a working site. Nothing but dead mice. Huh, Yanner?
Yanner nodded. No good, I think. We work here. Javi Rose.
I keep getting doing the 3 paragraphs thing.
Yeah.
I'm doing it well.
Javi rose to clear her plate and pivoted her desirable torso in our expedition leader's face. She gave him a great shot of the twins. From the way in which she bent over, I think Chan got the full view. The little girl... Okay. Is he calling her a little girl like as a racial thing? Like, oh, the Asians, they're small people. Or is he implying that Chan is a pedophile? What is going on?
to be honest. And I hate the story. I've regretted showing this to you, Manny.
Yeah, we're just gonna skip that paragraph.
G-Chan,
Mused Habby.
I was hoping you'd give me a hand with the eggs tomorrow. Inside one of the new clutches, there appears to be an egg-holding skeletal twins. I'm not sure, but looks like 2 intact embryos in 1 egg. This might be a rare find.
Greed rose in Chan's throat.
Absentua twins? Are you positive?
I think so. I'd like your opinion. Join me tomorrow and we'll take some zap snaps if you have the time.
I'd love to.
Coyly licked the old ledge. Oh my god. God, desirable torso. God damn it, Kramer. At least Bhutan was only like 5% horny. This man has killed someone and is saving the torso. It's in his basement. That's the only way I can explain why anyone would say desirable torso. I think he's just trying not to say tits outright. Good old Habby to the rescue. Good girl. I took a calculated risk. I think this is you.
I'll tell you what, Scotty. I'd like to join you, but I'm busy tomorrow drafting reports to our sponsors. Why don't you take Addison? He needs a break. What do you say, Addison?
Wait, Addison's a guy? Whatever. At the mention of his name, Addison popped his head up from the mountainous pile of victuals. That's not how you spell victuals. He was seriously attacking. Just imagine it was like with a fire axe, like ah! The young man looked more like a football player than a paleontological intern. A bright young high school graduate whose genius mentality, sorry, that's in italics, I don't know why, had won him the right to participate thanks to the Natural Geographic Scholarship. The young man's fidgeting nature contained vast stores of unsaddled energy, an enthusiasm that tended to get in everyone's way. But man, could that kid dig. 2 meters tall and biceps like a TV wrestler. I'm not saying Von Kramer is Von Kramer is a fucking sex pervert. Oh, he absolutely is. Kay says, boobies, guys, jugs, yabos, milk cans, wowie. Mike says, booba.
Me.
Alright, Scotty gave me a perplexing aside. Who's this?
Scotty?
Okay. Well, maybe. Oh. Mike, go to pun jail. Who do you want to be, Addison? You or me?
Well, I'll go. If the big team can spare me.
No, wait. They say he's like a wrestler. Do Macho Man. Randy Savage.
Okay. Oh yeah! I'll go if the big team can spare me. Glam hits down, oh, win the main is always there.
Jabbered our enthusiastic Addison, commenting quickly so as not to disturb the flow of food onto his palate, or further reveal his deeper love for Ween the Mean, the hottest new virtual 3D game. Kids in Virtual Land. Okay, Cameron says, big honking mom milkers, to which Kay is shocked.
Really, huh? Kids in virtual land, what?
I think he's trying to say, like, kids and their video games.
Them fucking kids and their fucking phones. And they can't even open up a book. They swipe it like it's an iPad. That's funny because the kids are stupid. Oh, stupid old kiddies.
The comment I sent Mike to Ponjo for was saying, do you really need big biceps to wrestle a TV? Get it? Because
Oh, yeah.
you're a TV wrestler.
Ha!
I think this is Leadman.
Yeah, that's a rude fine.
I went back to Chow and ignored everyone. I tried to settle my nerves by thinking calm thoughts. Anxiety bubbled in my belly for the remainder of the meal. Alright, you take a few, please.
First opportunity, I stole away to my tent, purposely avoiding everyone. My meal didn't have long, not have long to settle. The entire peanut gallery plowed into my tent at 7:30 p.m. sharp. Keeping my voice low, I lit into Dreadlock Boy. What are you thinking, Mon?
Me? What are you thinking, Matt? Bring that kid out with me.
Scotty was pissed. He smacked his head up against his forehead. Hey, dude, chill out. What chance did I have to join you myself? None. Thank you, Big Mouth. You almost blew it, Scotty. I can't go now, or it will seem suspicious. Take the kid. He's sharp. You'll need someone to dig. That kid's a motorized ditch witch.
A motorized ditch witch? Jesus Christ. He's also got a loud mouth. Can someone please help me here? My mouth will stop bleeding.
Abby added her 2 cents to this conversation.
Yeah, look, Scotty, you're the best we got, and he's right. That young man can wield a shovel like no one else, and the muscle-bound superhero enjoys it. Who the fuck talks like this? Find out what you can. Take him into your confidence. Bring him back here later so we can impress secrecy upon him as a group. We'll impress a couple other things upon him, if you know what I mean.
He jumped back in. White bro and cool your horniness, sis. Look, this is all probably just a joke. So go dig it up and let us know in the evening what you guys found. Babe. Easy. Oh, fuck, I thought that said baby. Oh my god. Easy. Scotty knew he had no choice.
Fine, Mom, if we are all agreed. Just one question, though. What changed your mind? Why does you really want to keep our new dig a secret? I think I'm getting an infection.
Scotty, once again, it's like this.
Okay,
I think the site.
I just have to cut in. It's like, he's already called the black guy a Neanderthal. Now he's like, Scotty, once again, it's like this. Like, I have to explain this to the simpleton again.
Again, this seems very Willian
Yeah.
and sus.
God damn it!
I'm sorry, I just had to. It's like this. I think this site is a joke. If it's not a joke, it's probably an old burial site with some cultural oddities and placed inside a tomb. Like some strange rite or superstitious practice. Or it's a Cold War site or a Russian bunker. If it's not, then we stumbled onto something extraordinary. This may sound crazy, but who really knows? Could be aliens.
Okay.
I don't believe in dinosaurs, but aliens.
Do you mind if I say something real quick?
What?
Alright, he's saying, like, it could be a Cold War site. Like, referencing things that were semi-recent to our time, not like 120 years in the future. You'd think he would say, like, maybe it's something left over from the nuclear war we had just a year ago. And quoting Mike from the other day, "No, Rich, you did not see a UFO. You were a kid. Now let me tell you about ghosts."
I'll get back into position. Now, what do you think is going to happen if we discover aliens in China? Do you think this is something that the Chinese are going to broadcast to the world, dude? Or do you think that we will all get sent packing home on some ridiculous excuse or another? Our hosts have the power, Scotty. And I think send us packing is what they might do. Send us is what I might do if this was my turf. We need to get some evidence out of that dig. So if we have something real to study, something real to show to the rest of the world, given it's a weird case scenario, I can't ask for the first turd back now. It will look like we're interested. Right?
I just read some comments here. Kids in Virtual and the sequel to Yonder Recent. God damn it. I make these jokes, but we all know Von Kramer himself is the biggest joke of all. Ha! The entire peanut gallery plowed into my temp. I just want to plow it off. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's thinking that, Mike. Chinese military kills cameraman Leadman. This is all probably a joke. Yeah, seriously, what was he fucking talking about saying this might be a joke? Cameraman got cut in half by some kind of Gatling gun. I was never here. I have an illusion. And I agree with Mike on this one. Stop calling it a turd. God. Alright. Yeah, I suppose so. You're right. Chan's crew have their heads on that. Relic? Oh god, that's a lot of blood.
Buddy. And the more attention we pay to the turd, the more interested Chan and old lady Zhang will be. We've got to let the subject die. Try to casually get it back from Han Li and Leonard after they finished with it. But you saw Chan tonight. Something's up. He's not stupid. What do you think he's been doing all day? Does anybody know?
Wait. Did he just admit that a Chinese guy wasn't stupid?
I did not gasp.
Was he high when he wrote the sparked?
Gasp.
Oh, wait, and also you have to keep reading in your Leadman voice because it doesn't do close quotations there.
Again,
yeah.
Away. Both Happy and Yana shook their heads to the negative. I think that. Oh wait, that's me again. Well, your thoughts, Happy, plus what's in the cave. Happy looked at Yana and Scotty before addressing me.
Chan? I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow, yeah? The site? I think it's a Russian or Chinese project abandoned. The steel would seem to indicate that. I just can't place the era. It's obviously somewhere between the end of World War II and present. I just don't know. From the quick look we took today, it's apparently man-made. I don't believe for a second Scotty's theory. And I would speculate it's marginally possible that the crap in the opening belongs to an ancient tribe. Maybe a burial chamber. Wait, she just said between World War II and present. Ancient tribe? But that don't explain the slab of stainless steel. It could be a combination of the two, it's possible, or something I haven't put the process. Either way, I tend to agree with our glorious Leadman here. It may be sick to say that. Whatever the stuff in the cave is, it's not dino bones. And anything not bones will most likely shut us down if found to be controversial. If it's a Cold War bunker or Chinese or Russian, we'll likely have the expedition charter revoked and be put on the first flight back to the States. Oh my god.
Help me. Help, please.
Why am I not drinking?
Why am I not old enough? Do we have to wet that part?
Let's just get it over with.
Well put.
Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth.
Well put. Sugar bottom. I patted her. I patted her ample ass. I sound like my dog when he's itching his back.
I'm sorry.
I'm having an aneurysm.
Thanks, honey bear.
Smell toast.
Oh, taking sides, huh?
Scotty, Happy spoke up again.
No, Scotty, disagreeing with logic. By logic, I mean that D. One thing I'd like to add, Scotty, since you put yourself in a position of being the only peanut on the spot. Oh my god. And Hobby hesitated, grabbing Scotty's dreads and scolding him with a yank. This should be done professionally, Mon. Feel me? It's potentially tampering with evidence. I agree that site should be officially declared someday in the future. We should do seismic and radar scans and dissect it with tweezers, a grain at a time, but we can't yet. If your intention is to go back and collect what we saw, and perhaps more, you're asking our permission to go butcher a relic from the past. That ain't in the spirit of what we do for a living.
Yanner jumped in. Scotty, you careful with stuffing cave. Don't make big mess, mon. Take little what you need. You need Viddy too.
I'll fucking die in a horrible accident.
Yeah. You need Viddy to take picture. Scotty
Fuck you.
offered.
Fuck you, Yana.
Yeah. Scotty offered. Right, girl. I thought of that. Seriously, does anyone have any galls with some cotton balls? I added with stout authority, yet press X to doubt.
Oh. Am I supposed to be talking?
Yep. That's you
Oh.
over there. I'm sorry.
I added, with stout authority, I don't want you to bust up anything important. Leave everything here. I mean, there. Set it aside. You saw what was in that hole in that hill. That crumbly brown stuff was glass. What the hell was a mound of fractured glass doing out in the desert? It's obviously artificial. Just go shovel that crap out of the hole and tell me what you find. And don't forget to put on an extra pair of gloves. That stuff is sharp. Very sharp.
Scotty rolled his brown-black eyes up under his dreadlocks. Oh, I guess this is Scotty. I'm bringing back that hand. A tad petulant.
No way, Mon. Don't risk it. Leave it there till I can break free and join you.
Screw that. I want a piece now. We might need the stuff later. Know what I mean?
No, Scotty, not safe in camp, no hand. Argued Yanner. Habby grabbed Scotty's dreads again and twisted a handful into a knot. Oh my god.
Come on, Scotty, do it for me. You have it easy, hun. I'm the one who has to distract Mr. Creepy all day.
Habby's face made a lemon-flavored grimace. Let's read some comments. Stone Age famously between World War II and the 22nd century. Oh god, that's it. I'm sorry, those words had to come after your mouth after we're kicking this guy's ass. Why? Ah! Habby only operates on facts and logic. In other words, it belongs in a museum. Stout authority regulates the production of Guinness. God damn it, like, no hand, only mouth. Yeah, probably. God damn it. With a look and tone that made me feel a little jealous, she pulled his head to her face and gave him a little kiss on the cheek, and Scotty melted. Just why? Yanner gave Hobby a little frown. The last action Hobby added to the communal discussion, what was that? Scotty had given up easy.
Okay, Hobby, for you. I still don't like it.
Okay, Raptor, you should feel better, knowing that I have to say something worse than what you said. And I am going to make it clear right now, I am not making this up. I do not agree with this line. I do not like this line. This is what Von Kramer has written in the book.
That's my Rasta Papa.
Oh my fucking god. I can feel the secondhand embarrassment from that line. The things we do for views.
Yeah. Cocked by a guy with a broken mouth, Mike says. Hobby walked back towards the tent flaps and gave him a pat on the back.
Later, you nuts. I'm gonna get my beauty sleep. I got a big date with Mr. Creepy Critter tomorrow.
Stop calling them nuts. The peanut gallery will never be a thing. It shall never be a thing. It's not clever. It's not smart. You just make yourself look like the fucking whistle special kids in school.
See, that these people don't have any nuts. Unlike us, we got these nuts.
Ha!
Got him.
Whatever.
Habby grabbed Scotty by the hand and made for the exit. She winked at me as she left. What was up? You just got dumped. That left an awkward moment between me and Yatter. She stood quietly and turned to leave, but before she went out the opening, Yatter spun back and said to me quite distinctly, "You write report tonight. Tell today's story. Keep safe. Secret. Okay." She left, shoulder hunched, trying to suppress her angry stride. Secret, huh? Report, huh? Might as well. I hadn't touched the keyboard in days, and it behooved me, word of the day toilet paper, to start on the reason I earned $1 or $2. I settled down for the evening and began typing the diary of our most recent events into my laptop. Jesus Christ, yeah, my thoughts exactly, Cam. I want to get off on Kramer's cringy ride, yeah. Well, that was chapter 8.
Long but so fuck. Oh my god. I hated every single moment of that chapter.
What's that?
I hated every single moment of that chapter so much.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I think my reading comprehension skills have gone down by 75% after reading that.
Yep. I mean, we got about 15 minutes left before we hit our 2-hour mark. Do you want to start reading a bit of 9, or?
No. No more.
Okay. Yeah, let's just shoot the shit a bit. Something that's not disgusting and traumatizing.
What?
Actually, let's just make it very clear to anyone listening in the future. Our official feelings on this are fuck Von Kramer for writing this horrible, racist story that's apparently about dinosaurs, but we've not seen any actual dinosaurs yet. Because so far it's just been horrible, racist trash. So, everyone see that comic book I posted? You know, partially written by Sylvester Stallone. Was originally meant to be the fourth Expendables movie.
Yeah, that's very epic.
Yeah.
Has anyone else seen Chubby Pikachu?
Yeah. Yeah, we
He's
got,
chunky.
yeah, we got a Stallone comic book, a Chubby Pikachu. There are good things in the world.
Also Tommy. I got that too.
Yeah, there you go. Sure plays a mean pinball.
Indeed.
I pity your brain, so thank you, Mike. Okay. Oh, all right, Raptor. What are your thoughts? Who had it worse? You having to say sugar bottom and I patted her ample ass, or a third of clubs having to say sweet bolt many times?
Sweet bolt because of Chris Chan.
Okay, that's true. Got a Lego set off eBay that showed up today. Oh, that's cool. What's the Lego set, Mike? Any dinosaurs yet? No, Iguana Boy, I really wish there were. I really, really wish there were. Chunkachu, yeah. Pika-chunk. We say all these names in affection, though, because he's adorable.
Like what my brother says.
Yeah, well, your brother is wrong. Oh, and also, one of the things that came with my comic book was a pair of dog tags that say Expendables, Stallone, Sly, Dixon, Chuck, Meyer, Richard, and Nolan Graham. All the people who worked on the book. And I got like a army arm badge, some trading cards, and a couple of posters with it. Sweet Bolt. No, that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Darth Maul's ship got a really good deal. Oh, nice. Alright, I don't know if Kay is still listening, but she's gonna kill me when I admit that I've forgotten the name of Darth Maul's ship. I know his speeder was called the Scimitar. I'm staying at a friend's tomorrow, playing Five Nights at Freddy's because they're bad. Nice.
Leave 2.
At least though, Cam, that's like a fun way, like a fun bad. Diapicus. Iguana Boy, did you just like get me to like say a swear in a foreign language or something? You mean Silent Hills? Oh. I really wish Silent Hills had been created.
You see, fuck Konami.
Yep. Honestly, I still, there are times I'll go back and watch the like a playthrough of the demo for Silent Hills. It just looks so good. Wasn't Scimitar his ship? I know something was called Scimitar. I don't know. I'm not the one who's cuckoo bananas for Darth Maul. That's Kay. Just remember this time I got into an argument with someone on a shitty mobile Minecraft ripoff over whether Beyblade or Pokemon. Okay, his ship was the Scimitar and his speeder was the Bloodfin. Okay, cool. Well, Iguana Boy, I gotta say Pokemon all the way.
And then Digimon.
Much better than Digimon, in my opinion.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Digimon, it just, like, it ruins itself with its card games and digestives. Like, it just called it the Sith Infiltrator, so I defer.
No, not gonna look at digestives.
What?
Like, digestives. Well,
yeah, that was from the story Renamon's Revenge or whatever. Or, like, Digimon, the Lost Movie, when the Renamon was like, I'm done with you humans, with your card games and digestives.
what does he mean by digestives?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna hope. I hope that means like magazines, cause my mind's going through something else.
Well, no, a digestive is like what they call certain types of cookies in the UK. I just
Meant to
remember.
help with people's digestions.
I don't know. I just remember Cope was like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Like, my deck has no pathetic cards, but it does possess the legendary Oreo cookie. Yeah, I thought that Sith Infiltrator was the type of ship it was. Darth Maul does deserve cuckoo bananas. I can't believe I actually said that. This is again Gemma's fault for getting me to watch Riverdale. Most Digimon are over-designed hell and back. Yeah, I agree. Oh, you think they meant Digivices by digestives? That's possible. Still, it's too good of a joke to stop making. Your card games and digestives. I just remember the picture that they posted of Toby making his, like, unbelieving face about the one part he had to read from that story. But yeah, Gemma told me that when she saw his face, she just had to get a picture right away. Never a pre-order Beyblade thing, but I've already pre-ordered several Pokemon things, so I'll have to say Pokemon is better. Damn right. So what about you, Raptor? You're uncharacteristically quiet.
Just trying to piece my thoughts together after reading the book. I don't know if I just have like that movie to add to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, I'm not actually gonna read that stuff out loud. Iguana Boy, all I'm going to say is that is disturbing. Digestives do be lovely. Yeah, that's what I hear. And apparently I hold the unpopular opinion of not liking Jaffa cakes.
You mean like the Jafar cakes? Because that sounds like the Disney villain Jafar.
That would be interesting. They're Cobra flavored.
And then it's Venom.
Oh dear. What's oh dear? That I dare not like Jaffa cakes. Have I really committed a sin?
And
Gotta wait because there's like that small delay on the comments. Jaffa cakes are alright. Okay, alright. The cake part is quite dry. Yeah, that's what I think too. I'm hoping though that I get to finally try Iron Brew soon because both Gemma and Kate remembered that they were sending me Iron Brew. I don't care what anyone says about it, I have to try it for myself. So, yeah, well, yeah, it was 3 minutes. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. So hopefully we'll be back tomorrow to finish up NES Godzilla. Gotta remember to put the images that Mike sent me together. And then we'll be back Tuesday for real this time with more House on Haunted Hill. So, Raptor, any finishing thoughts?
Emma, if you watch these streams, just know that we hate you. We will always hate you. You are a bad writer. You are probably a bad person, and we want you to die.
Whoa. Okay, let's tune it down a little bit on that last part.
We don't want you to die, but point is, we don't like you, and we don't like your book.
Yeah. I promise to finally finish NES Godzilla this time. Alright, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember that if you want to hear this again for whatever reason, that the picture on YouTube, you click on that to see the video. Unlike the two jackasses on Facebook who are like, oh, what didn't you like about Halloween Kills? The link is right there. I put all of my thoughts into that video. Watch it. I'm not typing it all again just because you're fucking lazy or can't figure out how a link works. Sorry, that kind of bothered me. Just a bit. So, we'll see you guys next time. Same bean time, same bean channel.
Bye.